Hello, I'm Vincent Creel, Public Affairs Manager for the City of Biloxi, here to deliver today's report for Friday, February 26, 2021. We'll have the latest on the COVID-19 numbers and vaccinations. We'll have a preview of the City Council meeting on Tuesday night. We'll also have your weekend preview, and as February winds down, the March issue of BNews, the citywide newsletter, is arriving today and Saturday in mailboxes across the city. But we begin today on the waterfront. Even before the winds died down after Hurricane Zeta, Mayor Andrew Fofo Gillich vowed that the Lighthouse Pier would not be rebuilt in the same fashion as before. It's been destroyed and rebuilt countless times over the years after devastating storm damage. This morning, the mayor had his first meeting with Seymour Engineering, the design firm that will be working to make the new vision a reality. No timeline or final design has been set on the project, which will rely heavily on funding, but we'll keep you posted. Meantime, on Back Bay, on another Seymour Engineering project, the installation of sheet piles has begun for the new concrete walkway that will be going along Bayview Avenue. It will be between Forest and Kensington, running about 1,700 feet total, with a pavilion, benches, and outlooks over the Bay of Biloxi. Work on this project is scheduled to be completed in September. We'll have more in a minute, but let's pause here for the COVID-19 and vaccinations update.
731 new cases of the coronavirus were reported statewide today by the Mississippi State Department of Health. More than 2,500 new cases have been reported statewide since Monday. 25 deaths were reported today, but 13 of those occurred between December the 28th and February the 17th. The statewide death total since mid-March now stands at more than 6,600. This chart shows the total number of positive tests and deaths statewide since the crisis began. This chart shows the 14-day track on cases statewide. Today, the State Health Department reports in Harrison County 57 new cases of the virus in the last 24 hours. The county total now stands at more than 16,500 since mid-March. 277 COVID-19 deaths have now been reported in Harrison County since all this began in mid-March. Here's the 14-day chart for Harrison County. As of February the 24th, the State Health Department reports that 484 patients with the coronavirus are hospitalized statewide. 48 are in coast hospitals, and 20 of those patients are in intensive care units. The State Health Department also states that as of February the 22nd, more than 270,000 are presumed to have recovered from COVID-19. And the State Department also reports that more than 547,000 doses of either the first or second COVID-19 vaccine has been administered in Mississippi. Beginning March the 1st, teachers, staff, and employees of schools and child care facilities, law enforcement, public safety, first responders, and emergency management personnel will be eligible for COVID-19 vaccinations. Vaccinations are continuing to be administered at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, some local health providers, and at the Walmart Supercenter Pharmacy on C.D. Switzer Senior Drive. The State Department now has a new search map or vaccine finder link to free State Health Department drive-through sites, hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies that offer the COVID vaccination. That link and links to appointments and more information about vaccinations can be found on the city's website at biloxi.ms.us. Individuals may also call the Mississippi COVID-19 hotline at 877-978-6453. Please remember that even though you may have been vaccinated, everyone is still encouraged to continue to follow all safety guidelines. Wear a face mask, wash your hands often, avoid social gatherings, and if you feel sick, stay home. Research is still being done on the virus and vaccinations. Be responsible and do your part to help stop the spread. The safety precautions can also help lessen the spread of the flu.
The Biloxi City Council meets on Tuesday night at 6. You can see the agenda online on the city's website at biloxi.ms.us. And of course, the meeting will be streamed live on Tuesday night at 6 through the city's website. CSX reopened the Oak Street Rail crossing on Point Cadet Thursday after 3 days of maintenance work. Please be extra careful and patient driving on Point Cadet these days. The point is the center of a massive amount of infrastructure work right now. You can see the status of roadwork citywide, along with traffic cams and traffic counts on the traffic page of the city's website. And now, your weekend preview.
This weekend, temperatures are expected to be in the 60s and 70s. Get out and visit some of the city's parks. Take a walk along the boardwalk or play fetch with your dog at the dog park off Pops Ferry Road. See park locations and hours on the city's Parks and Recreation page of the city's website. When you are out and about this weekend, don't forget to pick up a couple cans of tuna.
In Biloxi, we have donation boxes set up throughout the city, where residents or anyone really can drop off a can or two of tuna. Only cans of tuna are being requested in Biloxi. Donate at Biloxi City Hall, the Lopez Quave Public Safety Center, the Donald Snyder Community Center, or any fire station through March 12th.
Visit the city's Facebook page for more information. Today and Saturday, the March issue of BNews Monthly is arriving in homes and businesses across the city. You'll see a wealth of stories about all things Biloxi. Development plans in downtown Biloxi, the slate of candidates in upcoming elections, updates on COVID-19 and vaccinations, infrastructure work, the Biloxi Shuckers, the Biloxi VA, and more. There's even a story of French dressing and Hugo's Restaurant. And finally, BTV or Biloxi Television begins a new month of programming on Monday, March the 1st. We leave you today with a preview of what you can see in March on our municipal TV channel, our C-SPAN on a dime. Have a safe, healthy, and fun weekend. We'll see you again on Monday. Welcome to the March edition of Inside BTV. We are big on reruns. Each month, we show the same programming at the same time every day. We even have reruns in the course of each day because the schedule for the morning repeats each evening at the same hour. We draw heavily from a reservoir of archived programming from yesterday and yesteryear. The role of BTV is to educate you about Biloxi, past, present, and future. Highlighting the programming for March is a retooling of the 1950s government film that was made in Biloxi, Social Change in a Democracy. We are hoping you tune in any day at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. or 2 in the afternoon. Help us identify people and places in this fascinating 29-minute look at the Biloxi of yesteryear. That's Social Change in a Democracy, 3 times a day on BTV in March. You'll also find our stable of regular programming for March. You'll see an Irish feast and a special guest on Biloxi Cooks each morning, afternoon, and evening. You'll see Biloxi VA Today, a monthly compendium of what's happening at the Biloxi Veterans Administration Medical Center. There's Storytime with Gumbo Kelly, a monthly collection of children's stories created by our favorite local librarians. And you'll see the monthly infrastructure report, which right now is focused heavily on Point Cadet. And for good measure, this month we have also included August Tacconi's 13-minute History of Biloxi. The cornerstone of BTV programming is the replay of meetings of the Biloxi City Council. You'll see the replays in the 3-hour block of public affairs programming at 9 and 3 each day. We don't show live programming on BTV, but you can see the City Council meetings as they occur by clicking the Live button on the city website. So you know what's going on and when it's coming on, there's a monthly schedule for BTV. You can see the complete March program schedule on page 21 of the March BNews Monthly newsletter. It's being mailed to everyone in Biloxi. And remember, you don't have to be in Biloxi to watch BTV. Go to the city's website and click on the BTV icon. You'll see the BTV programming that's carried on Sparklight and Uverse, and you'll also see the BTV schedule for the month. Thank you for watching.